Yo, Skol Nation, what's good? Welcome back to the channel where we bleed purple and gold. And today, we're diving headfirst into the fiery action of the Minnesota Vikings 2025 training camp. Picture this. A perfect Minnesota summer day, pads popping, and the TCO Performance Center buzzing with energy. You ready for some jaw-dropping updates? Saturday's practice was an absolute banger, with the offense and defense throwing punches like heavyweight champs. We saw J.J. McCarthy slinging dimes, Jordan Addison making DBs look silly, and Will Reichard nailing kicks under pressure. But hold up, things got chippy out there, and we're breaking it all down. So, grab your horns, crank up the Skol chant, and let's unpack this wild practice. What's got you most hyped about this team? Drop it in the comments, and let's kick this off. McCarthy and Addison steal the show. Alright, Vikings fans, let's talk about the future. J.J. McCarthy and Jordan Addison are cooking something special. On Saturday, these two were in sync like peanut butter and jelly, lighting up the TCO field in front of a sellout crowd. McCarthy, our second-year QB, was dropping dimes, and Addison was making defenders eat dust. It all started with a play that had everyone's jaws on the floor. McCarthy, feeling the heat from Levi Drake Rodriguez, slid off his platform and launched a perfect pass up the left sideline to Addison, who shook off Bo Richter like it was nothing. That connection was just the beginning. Can you feel the chemistry building? By the time 7-on-7 drills rolled around, McCarthy was zipping balls through tight windows, and Addison's hands were like glue. One play had Coach O'Connell slapping hands with JJ after a laser to Addison. Skol Nation, are these two our next dynamic duo? Let me know what you think. Defense ain't playing around. Now, don't sleep on this Vikings defense. It's a straight-up brick wall, led by sack leader Jonathan Greenid. These guys were bringing the heat on Saturday. The defense was so locked in, they stuffed a 4th-and-goal play like it was a Thanksgiving turkey. Greenid was a menace, blowing up plays and setting the tone. Meanwhile, undrafted rookie Keenan Garber, a former receiver turned corner, snagged an interception off Max Brosmer that had the sideline going wild. This defense is deep, hungry, and ready to dominate. Sound like a Super Bowl unit to you? The intensity was so high, both sides had to huddle up to cool things down. That's the kind of fire we love in Minnesota. Who's your favorite defensive stud this year? Hit the comments and let's talk. Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason run wild. Let's give a shout out to the ground game, because Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason were straight-up beasts. After McCarthy's sideline lob to Addison, Jones took a handoff, shook off a hit, and exploded into open space. This man wasn't just running. He was flying. Then Jordan Mason stepped up, embracing contact like a Viking warrior charging into battle. He powered through tackle after tackle, leaving defenders in his wake. Rookie guard Donovan Jackson was so hyped after one of Mason's runs. He turned to the stands and let out a primal yell. This backfield is looking scary good. Skol Nation. With Jones' speed and Mason's power, are we about to see the NFL's best rushing attack? Drop your predictions below. I'm pumped to hear them. Will Reichard's clutch kicks. When the pressure's on, Will Reichard is ice cold. Toward the end of practice, the offense ran a mayday drill, scrambling off the field to let the field goal unit take over. Reichard stepped up, lined up, and sent a kick soaring through the uprights under a gorgeous Minnesota sky. The practice wrapped with a series of point-after attempts and progressively longer field goals, and Reichard was money every time. This guy's leg is looking like a game-changer for 2025. Can he be the clutch kicker we've been waiting for? Skol Nation, let's talk special teams. How confident are you in Reichard this season? Leave a comment and let's get this convo rolling. Jefferson's sideline swagger. Okay, let's address the purple elephant in the room. Justin Jefferson was sidelined with a minor hamstring strain. But don't panic, Skol Nation. JJ was still out there, engaging with teammates and coaches, bringing that superstar energy even from the sidelines. Coach O'Connell and the staff are playing it smart, keeping their star receiver fresh for the regular season. Jefferson's leadership was on full display, hyping up McCarthy and Addison after their touchdown connection. That's the kind of vibe that makes this team special. What's your take on JJ's recovery? Think he'll be back to torching defenses in Week 1? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the faith in our WR1. Hawkinson's presence, Derisaw's progress. TJ Hawkinson might have stopped practicing early, but he stayed on the field, showing that Viking grit. Meanwhile, tackle Christian Derisaw is easing into a bigger workload, and the O-line is starting to look like a fortress. Defensive lineman Javon Hargrave, receiver Robert Lewis, and safety Jay Ward sat out. But the depth of this roster is insane. Even with some guys resting, the energy at TCO was through the roof. Can you feel the momentum building for this season? Who's the unsung hero on this roster you're keeping an eye on? Hit the comments and let's shine a light on the underdogs. Undrafted rookies making noise. Skol Nation. Let's talk about the underdogs stealing the spotlight. Undrafted rookie Keenan Garber, who flipped from receiver to corner at Kansas State, made a statement with that pick in 7-on-7 drills. This dude's got heart and hustle. Then there's Zamea Vaughn, another undrafted gem who used his crazy length to break up a pass from Sam Howell to Thayer Thomas. And don't sleep on Tyler Batty, who laid a monster hit on Aaron Jones for a tackle for loss. These rookies are fighting for a spot. Which undrafted player do you think makes the 53-man roster? Drop your picks in the comments. I'm dying to hear your takes. The chippy vibes heat up. This practice wasn't just physical. It was downright feisty. Both the offense and defense were throwing haymakers, and at one point they had to huddle up to cool off the emotions. That's the kind of passion that fuels a championship run. From Greenid's sacks to Batty's big hits, the defense was relentless. But the offense answered back with McCarthy's precision and Jones' explosive runs. It's iron sharpening iron out there, and it's got me hyped for September. What's got you most excited about this team's fire? Let's get those comments popping. Skol Nation. Kevin O'Connell's master plan. Head coach Kevin O'Connell is the maestro orchestrating this Vikings symphony. His play calling during practice had the offense humming, especially when McCarthy and Addison connected for that red zone touchdown. O'Connell's hand slaps and smiles said it all. This team is buying in. O'Connell's ability to balance aggression and smarts is why he's the reigning NFL Coach of the Year. With Brian Flores running a top-tier defense, this coaching staff is stacked. Can they lead us to the promised land? What's your favorite thing about Coach O'Connell's style? Drop it in the comments and let's give some love to our head man. The international stage awaits. Hold up, Skol Nation. Did you hear about the Vikings 2025 international games? We're headed to Dublin to face the Steelers on September 28th and London to take on the Browns on October 5th. The Vikings are bringing the Skol chant to the global stage. These games are a chance to show the world what Minnesota football is all about. With McCarthy slinging it and Jones running wild, can we dominate across the pond? I'm already dreaming of purple horns in Croke Park. Who's hyped for these international matchups? Drop your thoughts below and let's plan our Skol takeover. Jared Allen's Hall of Fame glow. Let's take a moment to honor a Vikings legend. Jared Allen is officially a Pro Football Hall of Famer. Class of 2025. The mullet-wearing, QB-sacking machine got his gold jacket in Canton, and Skol Nation couldn't be prouder. Allen's impact on this franchise is undeniable, and his enshrinement is a reminder of the greatness we're chasing. Imagine Greenid channeling that same energy this season. Chills, right? Which Vikings legend deserves the hall next? Hit the comments and let's celebrate our history. The fan experience at TCO. The TCO Performance Center was packed with Skol Nation on Saturday, and the energy was unreal. Fans were chanting, players were feeding off the crowd, and the Minnesota sun was shining bright. It's moments like these that make being a Vikings fan so special. From kids waving purple flags to diehards rocking Jefferson jerseys, the atmosphere was electric. Monday's night practice at TCO Stadium is going to be even crazier. Wish I could be there. Who's heading to a training camp practice? Share your plans in the comments, and let's rep Skol Nation together. What's next for the Vikings? With Saturday's practice in the books, the Vikings are building something special. The offense is finding its rhythm, the defense is a brick wall, and the coaching staff is dialed in. But Sunday's session is closed to the public, so we're left wondering, what's next? Monday's night practice under the lights at TCO Stadium is gonna be a show. Will McCarthy keep slinging it? Can Reichard stay perfect? And when will JJ be back at full speed? The suspense is killing me. What's the one thing you want to see at the next practice? Drop it in the comments, and let's keep the hype train rolling. Skol Nation, let's keep it rolling. Alright, Skol Nation, that's a wrap on today's breakdown of the Minnesota Vikings 2025 training camp. From McCarthy's lasers to Greenid's sacks, this team is giving us all the reasons to believe 2025 is our year. Let's keep that purple pride burning bright. If you're as hyped as I am, smash that like button, drop a comment with your boldest Vikings prediction, and subscribe for more Vikings news and updates. Share this video with your fellow fans. Let's spread the Skol love. Skol Vikings. Let's ride this wave all the way to the Super Bowl. Who's with me? See you in the comments, and let's go get that ring.